Well, y'all, we are back. We are on wonderful day 30 of the story, page 136. That really doesn't sound like a lot, but man, you ever tried to read a story online? That takes a minute. Sonny D, I hope you're enjoying this. All you viewers and subscribers. Hey, if y'all watched a few of them, why don't you give it that thumbs up, say it was good, and subscribe. If you haven't, and they ain't no good, don't do that. Don't do it just because I say it. That's a silly reason. I'm just reading a book, and I don't need that. But something about Al Gore and his rhythm, it works better when you do all those things. The like, the share, and the subscribe. Well, anyway, we was just getting into some places where the people wasn't necessarily listening to Mr. Samuel. That's a little bit bad, ain't it? Yeah, so when we get in there, we see that's kind of a constant for these folks. Going to God, going away from God. God sends people to talk to him. God says, hey, this guy's got something for you. Like, I don't want to hear that dude. I ain't listening to him. So where we left off was, they said, he will take 1/10 of your flock. They're talking about their king they want. And you yourselves will become his slaves. When the day comes, you will cry out for relief from the king you have chosen, but the Lord will not answer in that day. It's going to happen. But the people refused to listen to Samuel. No, they said, we want a king over us. We want to be like all the other nations with a king to lead us and to go out before us and fight our battle. Fight your own battle, people. Fight your own battle. Don't be sending somebody else to fight your battle. That ain't okay. When Samuel heard all that the people said, he repeated it before the Lord. And the Lord answered, listen to them and give them a king. Then Samuel said to the Israelites, everyone go back to your own town. There was a Benjamite, a man of standing, whose name was Kish, son of Abiel, and son of Zeror, and son of Bachorath, and son of Aphi, and of Aphi of Benjamin. Kish had a son named Saul. That's getting important now. As handsome as a young man as could be found anywhere in Israel, and he was a head taller than anyone else. Now, the head taller may have something. Y'all do not want a leader who is handsome. You're going to have issues. I'm telling you, they let that leadership go to their head. Next thing you know, wrong people visiting the office, if you know what I mean. Now the donkeys belonging to Saul's father, Kish, were lost. And Kish said to his son Saul, take one of the servants with you and go look for the donkey. So he passed through the hill country of Ephraim and through the area around Shalisha. Shalisha sounds like a very unique place. But they did not find them. They went out on into the district of Shalem, but the donkeys were not there. Then he passed through the territory of Benjamin, but they did not find them. When they reached the district of Zuph, Saul said to the servant who was with him, come, let's go back to my father. Let's go back, or my father will stop thinking about the donkeys and start worrying about us. But the servant replied, look, in this town there is a man of God. He is highly respected, and everything he says comes true. Let's go there now. Perhaps he will tell us what way to take. The servant's the one who had to tell him about the man of God. Not getting a lot of brownie points in my book, Saul. Of course, I know how you're going to end out too, so definitely no brownie points. Good, Saul said to the servant. Come, let us go. So they set out for the town where the man of God was. They set out. They went up to the town, and as they were entering it, there was Samuel coming toward them on his way up to the high place. Now the day before Saul came, the Lord had revealed to Samuel, "About this time tomorrow I will send you a man from the land of Benjamin. Anoint him ruler over my people Israel. He will deliver them from the hand of the Philistines. I have looked on my people, for their cry has reached me." When Samuel caught sight of Saul, the Lord said to him, "This is the man I spoke to you about. He will govern my people." Good for you. He ain't going to do it great for very long. Saul approached Samuel and the gateway and asked, "Would you please tell me where the seer's house is?" "I am the seer," Samuel replied. "Go up ahead of me to the high place, for today you are to eat with me, and in the morning I will send you on your way and will tell you all that is in your heart. As for the donkeys you lost 3 days ago, do not worry about them. They have been found, and to whom is all the desire of Israel turned, if not to you and your whole family line?" Interesting. Saul answered, But am I not a Benjamite from the smallest tribe in Israel? And is it not my clan, the least of the clans of the tribe of Benjamin? Why do you say such a thing about me? I don't know why. Because he knows he's a seer, silly. You should have known that was going to happen. Then Samuel took a flask of olive oil and poured it on Saul's head, and kissed him, saying, "Has not the Lord anointed you ruler over his inheritance? When you leave me today, you will meet 2 men near Rachel's tomb, at Zelzah, on the border of Benjamin. They will say to you, 'The donkeys you set out to look for have been found, and now your father has stopped thinking about them and is worried about you. He is asking, what shall I do about my son?'" Pop's always going to worry for you. I hate to tell you. Always. So anyway, after that, you will go to Gibeah of God, where there is a Philistine outpost. As you approach the town, you will meet a procession of prophets coming down from the high place with lyrics, timbrels, pipes, and harps being played before them, and they will be prophesying. The Spirit of the Lord will come powerfully upon you, and you will prophesy with them, and you will be changed. He's going to be changed. And he may change again. You're going to be changed into a different person, it says. "Once these signs are fulfilled, do whatever your hand finds to do, for God is with you." As Saul turned to leave Samuel, God changed Saul's heart, and all these signs were fulfilled that day. Samuel summoned the people of Israel and the Lord at Mizpah, and said to them, Mizpah, sure. "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. I brought Israel up out of Egypt, and I delivered you from the power of Egypt and all the kingdoms that oppressed you. But you have now rejected your God, who saves you out of all your disasters and calamities." Calamity Jane. "And you have said, no, appoint a king over us." That's what they said, I guess. "So now present yourselves before the Lord by your tribe and clan." When Samuel had all Israel come forward by tribes, the tribe of Benjamin was taken by lot. Then he brought forward the tribe of Benjamin, clan by clan, and Marty's clan was taken. Matry's, not Marty, it's Matry's clan, was taken. Finally, Saul, son of Kish, was taken. But when they looked for him, he was not to be found. So they inquired further of the Lord, "Has the man come here yet?" And the Lord said, "Yes, he has hidden himself among the supplies." They ran and brought him out, and as he stood among the people, he was a head taller than all of the others. Samuel said to all the people, "Do you see the man the Lord has chosen? There is no one like him among all people." Then the people shouted, "Long live the king." Samuel explained to the people the rights and duties of kingship. He wrote them down on a scroll and deposited it before the Lord. Then Samuel dismissed the people to go to their own homes. Saul also went to his home in Gibeah, accompanied by valiant men whose hearts God had touched. The future king, found hiding among the supplies, may have been history's most inauspicious royal inauguration. The rest of Saul's story is just as unpredictable. Though he was chosen by God, he was a jealous, impatient, and impetuous man. Yet he led the people into battle, and they rallied to support a strong central leader, forgiving a nation or forging a nation out of tribes. They didn't forgive nothing, they forged it. Good for you, people. Nahash Nahash the Ammonite went up and besieged Jabesh Gilead. And all the men of Jabesh said to him, "Make a treaty with us, and we will be subject to you." But Nahash the Ammonite replied, "I will make a treaty with you only on the condition that I gouge out the right eye of every one of you, so bring disgrace on all Israel." Uh-oh. The elders of Jabesh said to him, "Give us 7 days so we can send messengers throughout Israel. If no one comes to rescue us, we will surrender to you." When the messengers came to Gibeah of Saul and reported these terms to the people, they all wept aloud. Just then Saul was returning from the fields behind his oxen, and he asked, "What is wrong with everyone? Why are they weeping?" Then they repeated to him what the men of Jabesh had said. When Saul heard their words, the Spirit of God came powerfully upon him, and he burned with anger. That's a thing. He took a pair of oxen, cut them into pieces, and sent the pieces by messenger throughout Israel, proclaiming, "This is what will be done to the oxen of anyone who does not follow Saul and Samuel." Then the terror of the Lord fell on the people, and they came out together as one. When Saul mustered them at Bezek, the men of Israel numbered 300,000, those of Judah 30,000. They told the messengers who had come, "Say to the men of Jabesh Gilead, by the time the sun is hot tomorrow, you will be rescued." When the messengers went and reported this to the men of Jabesh, they were elated. They said to the Ammonites, "Tomorrow we will surrender to you, and you can do to us whatever you like." The next day Saul separated his men into 3 divisions during the last watch of the night, and they broke into the camp of the Ammonites and slaughtered them until the heat of the day. Those who survived were scattered so that no two of them were left together. Man, got that one right on the 15 minutes, y'all. But now I'm going to go long because I'm going to say something else. So I apologize in advance. Hey, this is one of those things where God uses lots of people we don't think he will. And ain't nobody going to say by the end of time that Saul was doing what we think God would have wanted Saul to do. He kind of got a little bit wild. He was running out crazy, doing stuff he should not be doing. And his head went a little crazy. And Samuel said, hey, God said, wipe everybody out. And he's like, I ain't going to do that. I'm going to keep these people kind of like trophies. And no, that's not God. So then, well, y'all, this is just to close it out. It's a separate piece. I got a call from my boo. My boo is my wife. That's what it comes up on the phone. Boo. And when I get a call from boo, I got to answer that call from boo. And that means maybe I have to pause this for a little bit. Sonny D, that's Nona Boo to you. Nona Boo is boo. But to me, it's just boo. It's only Nona Boo to you, dude. So anyway, yeah. I don't know where I was at when I was saying that, but I'm just saying God uses people, and sometimes them people that God uses don't always do everything we think God would have them to do, but that doesn't mean God doesn't do it. He says he puts every person that's in a position of power in that position. He doesn't necessarily say, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to appoint everyone and have them there. It says that they're only there because he allows them to be there, right? He don't have to allow it. You can be gone just like that. And so when we think about that, think about in our own lives the times when maybe God's saying, hey, I don't need you to do something, and we go ahead and do that something. That doesn't mean that God can't make good out of what you did. And you can do a lot of bad stuff in life, and God can always turn that into something good. So if you think you're too far gone, if you think you've messed up too much, just realize God has a plan for you, even despite the mess that you found yourself in. And all he wants is you to turn back to him. Just like all he wanted of Saul was to him to stay turned to him. But Saul turned to himself, got crazy and did a little crazy stuff. So I love y'all. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're blessed. And give me that little share, subscribe, whatever, get Al Gore's rhythm going good. We'll find a little Al Gore dancing emoji for you if you do. No, I don't think I'll find that. But anyway, love y'all. Have an amazing evening. Bye.